Hello, I'm Ro Crosby from Tero. This is the second in a series of 9 videos where I'm seeking your feedback. Today, we're going to unpack a chicken or egg question. Does confidence lead to success, or does success lead to confidence? In 1969, Theodore Levitt published what might be the most famous marketing quote of all time in his book, The Marketing Mode: Pathways to Corporate Growth. He said, "People don't want to buy a quarter-inch drill, they want to buy a quarter-inch hole." Levitt credits the quote to advertising man Leo McGivena. In the first video, I shared the comment that started it all. More than 2 decades ago, my friend said to me, "You're not selling training programs, you're selling confidence." Well, I can appreciate the causal relationship between a quarter-inch drill and a quarter-inch hole. I failed to see how a similar analogy about skill building and confidence related to our work at Tero. I had seen thousands of people in Tero workshops at various places on the confidence continuum. Some were nearly paralyzed with fear at the prospect of us running a video camera on them as they worked on their skill development. At the other end of the continuum, there were many who came to class confident in their abilities and anxious to demonstrate their skills. Most people fell somewhere between the two extremes. If we were selling confidence, certainly the people who already possessed high confidence wouldn't need us. That wasn't true. Every Tero trainer knows that high confidence wasn't necessarily predictive of high skills. In fact, our experience revealed that high confidence was often predictive of a skill deficiency. We knew these people were in for a difficult learning curve that they hadn't anticipated. It was the classic problem of not knowing what you don't know. We'd seen the pattern hundreds of times. Their confidence would be shaken after they experienced the intensive skill building training and then watched videos of their benchmark performance. They'd wrestle with the hard realization that their skills weren't as awesome as they thought they were. We weren't building their confidence, quite the opposite. We were knocking it down. What about those who lacked confidence? It was often well-founded. They also lacked skills, but not always. It was a puzzle. What about the people in the middle of the confidence continuum? We found a range of competency in the target skills that varied as much as confidence levels with no obvious correlation. That doesn't even account for the large number of people whose behavior betrayed their actual confidence level. Some acted confident when they weren't. For others, self-deprecating comments turned out to be a not so cleverly disguised attempt to conceal a strong sense of self-confidence. Did the acquisition of skills lead to confidence in the same way that a quarter-inch drill leads to the outcome of a quarter-inch hole? At the same time I was contemplating this dilemma, I also wrestled with the oversimplification of the confidence continuum. We like things to be simple. We like clear answers. "It depends" is a frustrating response for most of us to hear. We want one right answer that we can depend on in a wide variety of situations. The reality is that few problems in life have only one solution. Few questions have only one answer. The confidence problem was like that. It was more complex. It had another dimension. When we intersect the confidence continuum with a skill continuum, we see a model that begins to explain the patterns we were seeing in the humans we worked with at Tero. In the bottom left corner of the model, we find people with low confidence and low skills. For them, the acquisition of skills often translates directly to the acquisition of confidence, but not always. In the top left corner of the model, we see low confidence and high skills. That's a different problem. Why doesn't the person acknowledge or own their skills and performance? Did Tero training take someone from the bottom left to the top left? Or did they arrive to us in the top left corner? Will training help them develop confidence? In the top right corner of the model, we see high confidence and high skills. These people are skilled, plus they are confident in their abilities. And in the bottom right, we see high confidence and low skill. These individuals may have a good sense of self-esteem, but the relationship to competency or skills is illusory. It is important to point out that we don't plot whole people into a quadrant of this model. We plot data points in a context. It's a scattergram. Where we fall on the model depends on the situation. When I'm on the golf course, I'm in the bottom left corner. Low confidence, low skills. When I'm delivering a presentation on a topic I know well, I'm in the top right corner. High confidence, high skill. What about situations where I was filled with trepidation and performed well? That's an example of the top left corner. And I can also think of occasions when I've been humbled after a spectacular fail at something I was confident I was good at, yet the results fell short of expectations. We'd like to hear from you. If you're a Tero graduate, we gathered your feedback immediately following your training. Now please let us know which Tero workshop you attended and how it impacted your skills and confidence. Tell us where you started in the model and where you ended up over time. Or if you can't relate to the model at all, please tell us that. If you aren't a Tero graduate, but you can think of a lived example of this model, please share those. We're gathering as many stories as we can to validate our theory, prove it wrong, or something in between. Provide us with your feedback in the comment section or by private email to rcrosby@tero.com. In the next video in this series, we're going to examine the role of self-awareness.